Student of geography.
Yes, sir.
Good. Tell me why there's so much stress on climate change and conservation of environment.
You know, this aspirational district program,
Yes, sir.
what has been the benefit for Bihar?
There's a lot of crime in Bihar, though it's been reduced now considerably.
Yes, sir.
What are the reasons for crime happening?
Come in, sir.
Yeah, come in, Anshuman.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone.
Sit down.
Thank
You are a student of geography.
Yes, sir.
Good. Tell me why there's so much stress on climate change and conservation of environment. Why
So,
is it necessary for humanity?
first of all, we are in the Anthropocene age, which has rendered effects on the environmental stability across national, regional, and global scales. And hence, we are in a situation of peak oil, peak resources, where the resources are on a decline. We can also understand this from the perspective of environmental degradation and the neo-deterministic approach, where humans are intervening in such a way that the resources are being depleted, and hence we need to conserve and protect them to ensure sustainable development in the long run.
There was a conference in, say, I think Brazil, COP30.
Yes, sir.
What was its purpose and what was its outcome? Any useful outcome?
Sir, as far as I can recall, the idea was to have a structured measure for the essential utilization of fossil fuel resources. But at the same time, at the backdrop, we also have several geopolitical affairs like the Russia-Ukraine war, which has in a way de-effected what the purpose of the meeting was. So the outcome for the meeting would have been to have a planned framework to go about environmental conservation in the long run.
There is a talk of climate fund, climate fund, something like that. What is it and what is the purpose of it?
It must be, as far as I can say, sir, around technological interventions, utilization of funds in order to help the developing countries. Loss and damage fund around $6 billion were affected for various developing nations. So the idea is to transfer funds from developed countries who have crossed the Kuznets curve towards developing of the green transition in developing countries.
So tell me something about the mineral wealth in Bihar. What type of minerals available and the state of their exploitation?
So southern Bihar is rich in resources, particularly gold. We also have new discoveries around gluconite in Kaimur Hills, limestones, and even northern Bihar we are getting natural gas resources in the I would remember the Buri Gandak basin. But in terms of exploitation, because these resources have not been utilized as such. For example, the gold resources in Jamui, which is almost 46% of India, we have not been able to use it. So because the utilization has not been at that level, hence the exploitation would also I would not say that is happening in major resources, but in minor resources, when it comes to sand as a minor resource has always been in a tug of war between the government and agents who are possibly exploiting it at a much local scale.
But there is a project going in Pakistan with Chinese assistance, CPEC it is called.
Yes, sir.
Now, India has some serious objection to it. Can you explain the position?
So the CPEC crosses through the Saksjam Valley, which is in the Pakistan occupied Kashmir region. The idea behind Pakistan having Chinese interventions or allowing this infrastructure development to happen is that whenever India wants to advance its forces in the region, it will always have a third party Chinese protection for that matter. And hence India calls it as a blasphemous positioning of, you would say, surveillance within the border framework of India.
Okay, you see, this CPC project is not picking up. It has been stalled. There are problems in Pakistan. Can you explain what are the status and what are the problems they are facing?
Sir, first of all, civil turmoil in Pakistan itself, and then you also have lack of political will within Pakistan. The government utilizes these infrastructure, like I was mentioning, for geopolitical or say political background rather than having a thought of development. So these could be the reasons behind not.
We had news of this some conflict is a United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. Of course, it has now cooled down. But if the conflict spreads, what could be the possible impact on Bihar's economy?
Okay, sir.
There, of course, there, but
Yes,
on
sir.
Bihar economy.
I will need a minute to think on it. So, because a lot of Bihari migrants, particularly from Gopalganj and Siwan, work in Middle Eastern countries, so remittances back to Bihar could be one possible outcome or disturbance. Apart from that, because of course it will have a geopolitical turmoil in terms of geographies of oil in the region.
Arnav,
Yes, sir.
many people say that Bihar has great potential for demographic dividend.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain how we can reap the benefit of economic dividend, this demographic dividend?
Sir, if we look in the trajectory of population development in India, it's generally said that within say couple of decades from now, India will be on a demographic
I'm
decline.
talking about Bihar.
Yes, sir. But because the developmental rate, population rate of Bihar is as such that 2 decades from now, Bihar will be affecting its demographic dividend. To utilize it, we need to focus on skill development, foundational learning, which at present is lacking in Bihar. As the reports also suggest the same. Health outcomes have been improving over the past decades. So these skills and essentially affecting the skill and
Can you
manpower.
give me this? You said education, health. What is the position at today?
In literacy, so Bihar is, I think, at the last position.
What is the percentage of literacy there?
It was 74% according to 2011 census, but it must be around the same. I'm pretty sure because the census has not taken place in the next round. So I would say that recent, as far as I can remember, it was around 80%.
Health?
Upon health, Bihar faces the largest crisis in terms of malnutrition, stunted and wasted
Give me some facts and figures. You are a PhD student.
Yes, sir. I can remember the districts in Bihar which faces the.
Okay, tell me, this aspirational district program,
Yes, sir.
what has been the benefit for Bihar?
So many districts within Bihar were
Tell me, which are the districts?
Bihar, Sharif, Bhagalpur, Munger.
You are guessing.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Sir.
Never guessed.
Yes.
Okay. Now, people say that even demographic dividend for India
Yes.
with a young population will come to an end by 2060, 70 because our population will also start shrinking, young population. Tell me, what can India do?
The same measures that we were talking about Bihar at present, focusing again on reskilling, adult literacy.
But by that time, your young population will go down.
Yes, sir.
So, what can Bihar do? I mean, what can India do?
Focusing on geriatric healthcare.
Is there any positive hope for India?
Definitely, sir.
Why?
Like we see, first of all, the positive hope could be from Bihar itself because.
No, forget Bihar. I'm talking about India now.
Yes. Many.
Okay. Now, let's move to last question I'll ask you.
Yes.
Tell me about sports hub being created in Bihar.
Sir, Rajgir has essentially come up as a sports hub. We have a hockey stadium that was built. A cricket stadium has also been made at the present, and under 16 hockey championship was conducted. Sepak Takraw is one of the developmental sports that's coming in again in Rajgir as well. And Bihar has also effected programs that every district has one coaching center for any one of the sports. Even in the Simanchal regions, we have sporting infrastructure, say cricket stadiums that are being developed. So I think we are in a turn of a century, or you can say the
All
tide
right.
has turned.
Thank you. Thank you.
Arnav,
Yes, sir.
cooperation is your strong point.
Yes, sir.
How do you understand cooperation?
So at present, like so for me, cooperation would be no man should be left behind, no person should be left behind in terms of any work that you are doing. So for example, I'm pursuing PhD at present. So even within my chamber, within the scholars who are all a part of the whole academia, we generally have this idea that we discuss among each other to develop any PowerPoint presentation or any research paper. So in that way, we help each other, cooperate, and hence possibly develop our own skills.
Okay, right. There's a lot of crime in Bihar, though it's been reduced now considerably.
Yes, sir.
What are the reasons for crime happening?
First of all, literacy could be one issue. Then we have lack of opportunities within the landscape of Bihar. And because we are in terms of civil turmoil also we can affect because we have some say migration issues, a lot of refugee crisis could also be another reason. Sir.
Refugee means?
Not refugee, sorry sir, I might have possibly used that word wrong.
No, but migration, how are you relating migration with that? The crime.
Yeah.
How is crime related to migration?
So generally when people do not have economic opportunities, they tend to linger upon activities which you can say can tend towards crime. So
that is poverty or uneducation?
Yeah,
okay.
But because we have seen influx of say international migration in that manner within the porous borders of Bangladesh and West Bengal, that is an outcome you can say that is how it is affecting.
Okay. And what about law and order situation?
Law and order situation has improved. We see.
How can it be strengthened, improved further?
This is something that I read in Dr. Abhayanand's book. I'm forgetting the name of the book, sir. So he tended to work on a broken windows approach. So his idea is that if we try to reduce crimes at the local level. So for example, what he means by broken window is people who are committing crimes which are very low level in nature. If we tend to be very strict upon them, we reduce arms, like the linchpins do not have the arms to affect larger crimes. So if we reduce smaller crimes of nature, which are smaller in nature, in the longer run, we can also have better governance and law and order situation can be improved.
Give me 3 concrete steps that you will take to improve law and order situation.
First is technological intervention. Second would be developing communicative strategies with stakeholders within the society. Third would be creating awareness programs so people are also aware of the legal rights and they could also be hands in the process of policing and controlling crimes.
Right. Supreme Court has questioned Election Commissioner's power to delete the voters. 6.5 crores have been deleted in 9 states and 3 union territories. What is the Supreme Court's concern and what is the reply of Election Commissioner? What is his defense?
So Supreme Court, acting as the guardian of citizens, holder of democracy, they would want to make sure that the list is made correct. Election Commission renders the idea that because we need to update the rolls very regularly, and many a times we have migrants, we have people who have passed away, so then lists needs to be revised. But the problem lies with, I would say, a better technological intervention only, where we can possibly look at grievances of, say, people who are missed out. If they are applying this or they are saying that, okay, this is the problem, it can be resolved further.
So what is the reply or the defense of the Election Commissioner
I cannot
on the issue raised by the Supreme Court?
So as far as I can recall, it was the requirement to update the electoral rolls.
No, about denying citizenship.
Sir, I'm not sure about this.
Okay, what is okay, fine, thank you.
Anshuman, your interview is over.
Thank you.
You can go.
Thank you.